Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
Marcia.
Mike Syfritt.
Brittiny Lee.
That's right, we got a couple of, one new face and one face that has been around on the show before, but not for a little while, which incidentally, I think I've still got an episode to release starring you. I think I've still got the Tech Shop tour to release. What we're here to do today, guys, is another one of our obvious viewing parties, but today we're going to be doing the series premiere of Fox's adaptation of the classic movie The Exorcist. We've done a couple of trailer reactions. We did a regular trailer reaction. We did a retro trailer reaction just this week. And this is, like I said, an adaptation of the classic film set to an actual series. I'm not sure how many episodes we're going to get out of this, but this is going to be simply the pilot episode that we're going to watch. And luckily, Brittany and Mike were willing to come and join us to give their opinions on it. So let's get this going, Mike. Whenever you're ready, we'll hit that and we'll get on the road.
All right.
Okay.
Kill that baby.
I gotta keep the volume relatively low so we
Can we pause it? I need to go to the bathroom.
I had.
They're wagging their tails. That means they're happy.
Right? Yeah, that's all good.
Peter, he never misses a chance to show off. He sees Jesus walking across the water and he says, "You know something? I bet I can do that." And so Jesus tells him, "Get out of the boat, start walking." Sorry guys, can you hear me? Is this thing working? Can you hear me, guys?
Is this like a Jesus joke?
No? Okay.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, apparently.
Peter starts walking across the water. He's having a great time, waving to everyone. Except again, this is Peter we're talking about. And what does he do? He looks down. What do you think happens next?
Is that the lady from
He
Beetlejuice?
drops
Yeah,
down.
it's
And the guy from Ferris Bueller's.
Just like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's Cameron.
And then Jesus
Wow.
grabs his arm.
Hey, excuse you.
Oh.
And he says, "What's wrong with you?" And just start walking.
Thought that was somebody's cell phone.
Good job, guys.
Sorry.
No, it's the standard xylophone church choir.
Right. Dude,
They
I want one of those
couldn't
in
afford
mine.
the piano.
No, they had to go xylophone.
No
Hey,
organ, yeah.
Casey, how's your sister doing? She's back home, right?
Oh, I always forget that priest can't get married.
Put your shoes on.
Such a dumb
I'm
mom.
just saying, I believe guys in here anymore. There's no shame in saying, hey, I gave it a
But
shot.
they can drink a lot of wine.
I love my
I guess
job.
it's a fair trade.
Job.
Sure.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to get as drunk as you want,
Yeah,
but you
it's
can't get with any
always-
women.
Greasy.
Well, that's
That's why there's
choir
little boys.
Oh, you guys are wrong.
And they had to go there, man.
Thanks to you, buddy.
I was really hoping that wasn't gonna happen.
Can't open a door and expect someone not to walk through
Read the
it.
room, read the room.
Yeah, her face does look fairly statuesque. Not much.
That wide
Not much.
plastic surgery
Not much
thing.
expression going on. Shame.
Yeah, considering that she hasn't acted in anything.
I loved her in that one action movie where she lost her memory.
Hang on.
Kiss
Great.
goodnight.
Long kiss
Yeah,
goodnight.
Long Kiss
Alright,
Goodnight.
how was breakfast?
Excellent movie.
Breakfast was fine. Also, Frill, I'm really hungry. Go eat without me. That's one option. Or is that the tickle monster? Yes.
Don't do it. Don't you do it. Get.
She just wants to say hi. Oh my god, it's Scott. She's smiling. I'm not kidding. I've never said this.
I'm
She's
serious.
I'm gonna tell mom. You're laughing.
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, you are.
The tickle monster. Who even pulls that trick anymore?
Let alone
See-
two teenage girls.
I do tickle monster fights all the time. You guys don't do that.
Whatevs. Get away from me.
You're gonna just jump on him.
Get away from me.
I can't work this thing.
I'm not doing it. I'm not. I won't.
Have you seen these structures?
Not that one. Don't do that one. Told you.
I'm so sorry.
Where'd you come from?
Down here. No, it's fine. It's fine.
That would be terrifying, though.
It's fine.
Turn around and it's Gina Davis. Like, ah!
Could I speak with
Hey,
you?
God, all that plastic surgery!
So, I'm not a crazy person. I'm not saying you're crazy. It's a demon.
Seems like a hell of a jump to make from what we've seen.
Yeah, right?
It's
Like her daughter was just having a tickle monster fight.
Yeah, and she heard a voice in a wall.
Angela, demons.
Yeah, because there couldn't be somebody talking from the other room.
How's the boat, Henry? How's that? The boat. Did you fix it up?
He's talking about your boat, Henry.
You're wasting your time. He's basically a potato.
Cat.
I didn't realize he got that old.
What is wrong with you? That's your father.
Really? Does that look like Dad to you? Dad! Dad! Hello? Dad!
Catherine.
At least we have the.
You know, I had an advisor back in seminary. He was called in to give the last rites to a young woman in a coma. She was brain dead. No hope of recovery. So he goes there, he does his thing, but the next day she wakes up. It was a miracle.
It's wonderful.
But here's the thing. That woman could remember conversations that took place inside her room while she was in her coma, which suggests, I don't know, to me anyway, that even when the rest of the body shuts down, there's some part of the brain that stays aware. Knows everything that's going on. So keep your damn hands out of his face.
Wow. Snap!
Did he say keep your damn hands out of his face?
Yeah, I think so,
Yes,
yeah.
he did.
I don't think that's very priestly.
No.
Sure it is. He's new age.
Hey, Henry,
Hey!
I'm taking off.
Hey.
Thanks for coming. And thanks for talking to Cat.
Too bad. Oh, it's them stairs. Stairs from the movie.
Yeah.
Was it?
It
Yeah.
was.
So that was that article about the movie? Was it
Don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, maybe it was supposed to say that there was a tie-in.
I don't remember the stairs in the movie.
Stairs are what Max von Sydow ends up going out the window and falling down and dying at the very end.
I thought he went out a window and just plummeted to the
Goes
ground.
down all the stairs.
All the stairs, yeah.
This is crazy.
Rocky boy, where are you, lad?
Oh!
Well, that sucks.
They stepped that up.
Yeah, they did.
Wait, so your head can't go all the way around 3 times?
No, clearly not like the movie.
Well, that girl, she must have been made out of rubber.
Damn, that was intense.
Wasn't she possessed by more than just one, though?
No, it's just the one. Pazuzu.
It was a cooler take, I think.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It made
Limitations
sense at least.
to it.
Yeah.
Made it more real.
Man, that was whew.
Intense.
Can you imagine turning your head so much that it snaps your
No,
neck?
I cannot. Without the help of your hands, no.
I do it every day.
Yeah. Snap, snap.
Every time I look that direction, my neck pops.
Oof.
Oh, those are people. I thought they were
I
statues.
know, I did it first too. I was
It's like,
like, are
what's
those
with these mannequins hanging
statues or?
out?
Mother's Sixth Sense.
Anybody out there?
That was obviously a diversion technique.
You know, those phones give off a lot more light than that. Whoa. What's he doing?
Oh, it's the other daughter.
Of course.
Bait and switch. Awesome. Wow. Jesus, how is she
dude, oh
moving?
my
It's
God.
so creepy.
Father? Hey, Mom.
Oh, dude.
What?
What are
No.
you doing
God.
here? Father Tomas killed a rat. Whacked it with a book. How badass is that?
A rat.
We should get some traps. Yeah.
Jesus.
Don't they say where there's one, there's probably a whole bunch?
Oh, jeez. Maybe she is alluding to there being more than one demon inside.
Alright, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, I gotta admit. It was a good scene. It's a shame it came 35 minutes into the episode.
That's a pilot.
Yeah, true. They had to set up everything.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. There's the theme.
Did you see the shadow?
Wait, is that the theme of The Exorcist?
Yeah. That's the Exorcist theme.
Really?
Did you see the shadow behind her?
No, I didn't. All right, guys. Well, we had a little bit of GoPro trouble at the very end of the episode, of course, but let's get some reactions. So, Marcia, why don't you start? What'd you think?
I like the end of it.
Yeah.
The story was didn't make sense. Like, they were talking about demons before anything actually showed up.
Mhm.
Like, she heard some voices, but I didn't really, nothing said possession, or, usually in situations like that in most of the movies, there's a lot of action that takes place before they even get anybody involved, and so I was really confused about it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the scenes with the one priest connecting with the other priest were interesting, but not enough to keep me interested in the story. I think the best part was when they reveal the actual demon in possession that we're supposed to be watching. Yeah, so I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm just not that excited about it.
Okay. Mike, what about you?
Well, I never give pilots a second thought. I always have to see the next episode to make any real judgment calls on a show, just because, I feel that they're doing a lot of setting up for what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so you can't really understand or expect. But it did leave me confused as to why there's this weird, almost like spiritual out-of-body connection when, there's never really that emphasis on the old show.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what's going on there? The special effects are good so far.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, the very ending of it, that really opens up to what's going to happen in the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of excited to actually see the next episode and see where this is going with the element of, is she possessed? Is she not possessed? It almost kind of makes me feel like if you watch the show Penny Dreadful,
Mm-hmm.
how the girl there has that possession in her, but she keeps it at bay,
Mm-hmm.
and she's good most of the time, wants to do the right thing, but every once in a while, she's gotta fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Brittany, what about you?
The end was awesome. The rest of it was kind of just building up to all the information that we need to get somewhere that's more exciting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way too. It like Marcia was saying, the problem is, like the young priest and Gina Davis's character were acting like we had already encountered the possessed daughter, but they didn't even know what was really going on. She heard a few voices in the wall, and he, like Mike said, did like a mind meld with Father Marcus from 18 months prior, I guess, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. And I guess he was just dreaming it, of course, but what's the significance of that? But the problem is, Gina Davis went to the young priest saying, I think there's a demon in my house, when the only instance we had gotten was her listening to the wall once.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Feature films take 20, 30 minutes setting up all these different things that happen to then lead the characters to believe what they end up believing.
Right.
This jumped into it a little fast.
It was completely unearned. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if they just
started off the bat, like they had the opportunity when she went to the room, but then
But neither girl looked
twist.
weird, really.
They did the twist thing. Like, it's not even her; it's the other daughter.
Well, I liked the twist because that was one of the more interesting aspects of the show. Is that it's not the one we've been thinking it was going to be. It's the one that actually looks really.
That's kind of predictable, though. If you think about, she had a very gothic essence to her, very dark girl in general, and that's kind of that whole stereotypical, my daughter's possessed because she wears dark makeup and she wears black clothes.
Really, I didn't get the goth vibe from her, really. She was wearing...
I just thought it was more of a depressed anxiety thing from,
You're talking about the blonde or the other one?
The blonde.
Oh, the blonde, okay.
The blonde. No, the blonde. Definitely the blonde. Like, the girl... the sister that she was trying to cheer up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, in the beginning of it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
She had that gothic vibe, like, you know, woe's me.
A little bit,
you know,
yeah.
and-
Self.
Yeah, and
yeah,
she also had kind of, you know, her whole outer look is like kind of a punk, you know, gothic punk, you know, don't mess with me attitude. And, you know, if you think about parents, it's a stereotypical parent not knowing what to do with their teenage child who's rebelling against society because they're gothic. Oh, she's got to be possessed. That's the only explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see, and that's the thing. And even if that was the case, that wasn't explored that much. Like,
No, it really wasn't.
so it felt super rushed, unfortunately. And I do want to see what happens next, but it's a very off balance. Like, the only real, like, this is probably going to be, considering we watched a 40-minute show, it's probably going to be a really short reaction because we didn't do all that much reacting, really. There wasn't that much to actually react to until the very end.
There's a couple of moments where I jumped, but altogether, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm a little spoiled because of all the stuff we've been watching. Like, there's been a lot of great new shows coming out where even the pilots is just like grabs you in.
Outcast.
You know?
Outcast is a possession show that grabs you right
And
away
it's all how
and
you-
holds your attention the whole way
How you
through.
write in, how you present the material. I
Mhm.
mean, it was a little slow, but The Exorcist was kind of slow. So I think they didn't balance it the way they didn't tell us the information in the order they should have told us the information. I mean, they
Right.
could have still held off on the actual like possession part, but if they would have like brought us into more of the conversation of like, you know, like, oh, she's not acting the same. Well, how, you know, we haven't even seen
We
her.
I
haven't
haven't
yeah.
seen her the way she used to act.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
So it felt a bit cheap that way. But I will say, getting to the stuff that was actually enjoyable, I thought the little boy being possessed and doing that whole stuff, I thought that was effective. But specifically when we did finally see the daughter at the end, the way she was moving, like, they must have had her on a wire because she was like leaning forward and the middle of her back was still up, and it was like so creepy, like but real brief. And then I love the fact that when the lights come on, she like just steps out like, oh, hi, Mom. Like, oh, the father killed a rat, and it was like, oh, you dirty, like, ooh, I know there's something in there, like, so that leaves some drama for them to explore going forward. You know, the priest knows what's up.
On,
yeah.
But they took a weird path to lead up to
Yeah.
They did. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'd like to make a prediction though, because the Marcus, Father Marcus said, he's like, God doesn't talk to you, it's other powers that are talking to you. And I'm wondering if the demon that's in the girl was the same demon that was in the boy, and he's calling him through.
I think that is supposed to be,
yeah.
In the original Exorcist, the demon that the old priest was exorcising at the beginning in Africa or wherever it was, did end up being the same demon that possessed the little girl.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
So that's
because
why
it's 18 months later. Yeah.
That would make sense why they did the whole mind meld thing, is because the demon's trying to.
Yeah, but
get
as
him
far
to-
as we knew, the priest hadn't even met the little girl yet. Like, so why would that connection be
this
there?
force is out of our control. We just.
Force is unexplained
It's
by
magic.
the network, is what it is. It's poor writing, is what it is. But either way, I'm in for the next for the season. I'll give it a try. You know, see if it gets better, because when we did get the creep was good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was.
I'm excited to see more. So any final thoughts from anyone? No? No? All right, fair enough. Well, thank you guys very much for watching our reaction to The Exorcist Season 1 premiere, Episode 1, right on Fox, the network. Of course, you guys all know what Fox is, but thank you very much for watching. I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Marshberger.
Mike Syfritt.
Brittiny Lee.
And until next time, remember, stay scared.